Hi everyone. Okay, so I am now at my mum's house. So if you watch the daily tarot reading on my Patreon site, sacredspace.co.uk, you can see the message for today, which was when I was getting ready. But yeah, so we're gonna see what we need to hear for the week. So this is a weekly reading for all signs, just collective messages. If it resonates, you'll know, and let me know in the comments if it does. So we're using the Rainbow Tarot today. So let's have a look. What is kind of the overall theme for this week? We're going to see if there's anything we can expect to happen and get any guidance as well. So overall theme for this week. We've got the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and we've got the Magician. So there's like a bit of a challenge here with something that you're manifesting. Because, the Six of Pentacles and the Magician, it does feel like something is on its way towards you. You are aligned with this. You've been setting your intentions. You're ready. You're open to receive. But the Nine of Wands, it does feel like there is a bit of a challenge around this situation. Some kind of barrier. The Nine of Wands appears when we're feeling a little bit defensive. So you might feel like you've been waiting for this and it's not happened. So, you've got your guard up a little bit, almost like expecting the worst here. But the Six of Pentacles, it's an interesting energy actually, because I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles, you have given so much. You've been pouring your energy into a situation or a person, and you're just waiting for that to return to you. I'm getting a very strong energy of karma this week, as if we're waiting for some kind of karmic reward. We're waiting for some kind of balance to a situation because of all that we have invested in this. So these cards are just flying everywhere. Okay, so got rid of a pain in my eye then. Maybe not seeing something clearly. So I feel like you're looking for support this week. It seems like you're waiting for people around you to kind of muck in and do their part. You're definitely looking for some kind of support from people, because I do feel like you've done what you needed to do. You've put in your investment, and it's like other people now need to do their part. That's why you're feeling defensive, because you're like, I've done so much already. I can't do it all. You definitely need another person or two other people here to help. They seem to be pretty imperative in this situation. The Magician, you're the one with the power. You're the one who's like, okay, I've got all the tools, I'm ready, everything's prepared, and then you're like waiting for other people to show up. It feels like you have been giving a lot to someone or to a few different people here. And, I kind of had this message in the daily reading as well. It's like, it's now your time. This week is about you receiving rather than being the one to constantly give. Because if you carry on like this, then you're going to end up feeling, really defensive and guarded and challenged as well as the week goes on. So let's have a little look into love. So we're going to pull a card for love. We'll do career, finances, and then we're just going to see what messages we need to hear for the week. So with love, we have strength and the Hierophant. Both came out together. So this is good. This is definitely saying that, there is a commitment here being made. The Hierophant, you are attracting someone who's spiritual. This is a very, very powerful connection. No doubt we'll hear more about it on Wednesday for our love reading. But it does seem like, this week when we're looking at love and relationships, it's strong, it's good. It does feel like someone is getting ready to make that commitment to you, or there's just a really solid commitment. Now, this may not necessarily be romantic. This could be a friendship. It could be a family relationship. But there's definitely, a really, really strong relationship around you this week. And I actually feel like this will make the world of difference, because it means when you are dealing with challenges, I feel like you can go to this person for advice and support. So, this person almost seems to be offering you some kind of comfort and, love and support this week, because it seems like you need that just to keep going, because you're just feeling perhaps a little bit confused about what to do next or what can you do. Like, Where does your power lie and how can you use it? Because you're realizing, I can't control the whole situation this week or everything that happens this week. So, you're looking for a little bit of support from someone who can kind of help you work out, what to do next. So let's pull a card for career. 7 of Wands. So with work this week, it does seem like there's a couple of little challenges. The 7 of Wands is like, keep going because you're going to achieve what you want. You are on the right path, but it might not be an easy week with work. It might be that there's a lot to get done in the time that you have. You could be feeling a little bit frustrated. So yeah, with work this week, it's just like, keep going. You're kind of too involved in something to give up and change path, but you're not seeing the result that you wanted. So this is a week of like progressing towards your goal, moving forwards and just persevering despite what setbacks you feel are kind of emerging this week. So let's look at money. Money for this week. I'm getting a really strong tension on the back of my neck. So there might be some stress about money this week. Page of Swords. You've got a lot of ideas, but it feels like maybe we are waiting for things to develop. The Page of Swords is like, is nothing to say money's not doing well. It just feels like we're learning and we're kind of at the early stages of something. It just kind of seems like we're having to do things. We're having to create opportunities to make money. Money might not just be coming easily this week. It might be that, if we can get stuck in with something, then there's opportunities here. And, the Page of Swords is kind of guiding you to think a little bit about how you want to spend your money, not just kind of diving in there. And, it feels like this week we're definitely in a bit of a saving mentality, and that will help. Page of Swords is maybe guiding you against being impulsive with money this week. But let's get a card just to clarify. 2 of Cups. It's as if like partnerships are going to help. And I do think this comes back to the relationship cards that we got. Partnerships are going to help financially. So this really is a week of like seeking support from those around you. It may be that you have given so much to other people and now you're waiting for people to kind of pay you back for something. But yeah, just remember that relationships do seem to be very important for financial reasons this week. Okay, generally, let's see. What do we need to hear for this week? Any events we can expect, Spirit? 3 of Swords. And it's funny because as I was shuffling, I just kept seeing the full moon. And I feel like we're going to be feeling a little bit triggered around the full moon. 3 of Swords. Yeah, there is some healing to do this week. I think this is a week where there may be a couple of setbacks, a couple of disappointments. It's a week where we have to kind of consciously heal. So things may be coming to the surface. It's not a bad week at all. It's just a week where we're being given opportunities to, release some emotions that we've been holding on to, deal with maybe a hurt or a disappointment that we've been feeling. The 3 of Swords could indicate that, you're feeling a little bit separated from another person or from your higher self. There's a distance here with the 3 of Swords, but 8 of Cups. I feel like this week we are dealing with all our emotions so that we can work out what we want to move towards. And again, for full moon here. So this is a week where we're noticing what we feel is lacking in our life and how we can maybe fill that void or change our mindset around it. So this week we are looking at what we've created, looking at what we've achieved already, and really thinking about, how we can persevere through the setbacks so that we can achieve our dream, our wish, or, working out maybe what our next goal actually is. Because it might be that perhaps you're just feeling a little bit lost and confused about what you want to work on. And this week is an opportunity for you to deal with all the kind of suppressed emotions, the feelings that you've been pushing down or avoiding, let them come up. And as you do that, you'll start to notice, what you're drawn to next. Okay, so how are we ending this week, Spirit? Ace of Cups, with opportunity, with a sense of renewal, a refresh. So we're ending this week on a really positive note with that Ace of Cups. It feels like a week where, we will end up feeling creative, our emotions will be flowing again, we'll have released a lot of our internal blocks, ready to manifest. So this week, it may even be that by the end of the week, you've attracted an offer or an opportunity with the Ace of Cups. There could be a new beginning which appears by the weekend. Maybe something a little bit unexpected, or perhaps this is exactly what you've been trying to attract. But by the end of the week, we definitely have this really refreshing energy, which just seems full of potential and new ideas, new beginnings. So, any guidance for this week, Spirit? Card of guidance, Knight of Cups. Wait for this Ace of Cups. Just you wait for that fresh and exciting energy to be in your life. Knight of Cups is asking you to move towards your goals, act on your emotions. We have weeks where we have to be really logical and rational, and then weeks where we're allowed to be a little bit creative and, more spiritual and more focused on, that spiritual path. The Knight of Cups is guiding you to follow your heart this week, to do what you love, which is going to bring, much more joy into your life. It'll help you keep going. For example, if you're running a marathon, you've got to keep having drinks, and it feels like whatever challenges you're dealing with, you've got to keep filling your cup back up. You've got to, stay charged, and you do that by, filling your free time with things that you love doing, with things that, you feel in your heart. So this week is really encouraging you to keep going. That Knight of Cups is like, keep moving. Even if it's a slow and steady pace, just keep moving. Keep doing little bits here and there which are getting you towards your goals, and, persevere through those challenges, because I feel like you know exactly what you need to do, and you'll find that before you know it, you're in a really happy and fulfilled place. Some days and some weeks, it's just a little bit more challenging to stay aligned, and I feel this is one of those weeks where it's not a bad week. But we might find it a little bit harder to stay on top of things, and that's okay. Acknowledging it means that you can then give yourself the tools to do this despite the setbacks. So, if you are finding it a little bit hard to stay on top of things, try to work out a little bit of a plan of action. For example, what can you do each day this week which is going to give you a little bit of fun, a little bit of self-love, because that will help with the next day and help you kind of refresh and recharge after a challenging day. So hopefully that's helped, guys. This is definitely just one of those weeks. There's no other way to put it. One of those weeks, but we are ended on that good note, remember, with that Ace of Cups. So beautiful end to the week, but just keep going. Okay, my loves, I hope you enjoyed our weekly reading and it's given you some insights on what to expect. Don't forget to check out my daily tarot readings over on my Patreon site, sacredspace.co.uk. They're timeless messages, really, so it doesn't matter if you don't watch it on the day. In fact, you'll find that you're drawn to the videos that you need the message for at that time. So you can check out some of my older readings as well. Also, on my Patreon site, we've got Kundalini Yoga, guided meditations, psychic development, talks on body empowerment. So there's so much content on there, so do check it out, guys. The whole idea of my Patreon site is to give you the tools to empower yourself, as well as all my additional readings and content. So I'll see you guys over there for the daily message, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday for our love reading. So I'll see you guys there.